Brandon, you got a bit of a beard situation going here, and it makes you look like a what is it, new metal kid.
Yeah, I think the haircut is not.
I was gonna say very 360 protagonist.
Yeah.
It's this was not intentional.
Like, you managed to look older while coming from an older time period.
I'm ready to upgrade my skill tree, is what I'm perfecting right now.
It's not just me. There's a trillion of us. This is episode 419 of Insert Credit, a show with as many episodes as the area code for Toledo, Ohio, and a horrible buzzer. Filling in for Alex Jaffe, I'm Esper Quinn, and the last game I installed a mod for was Cyberpunk 2077. I needed a flashlight mod because that game is too dark.
Oh man, Brandon's never installed a mod in his life.
I wrote this question wondering if that was the case.
I'm Frank Cifaldi, and gosh, the last mod that I installed, I want to be honest about it, so you might need to let me look at my Steam history really quick.
I figured you had probably been the most recent, Ash had probably been a while, and I wondered if Brandon had ever installed a mod.
Rather than take forever to look, so it's either something really boring, like in a recent game that I played, I installed a mod that unlocked the frame rate. Because it shipped at like a cap of 60 and I have 120. So it's either something boring like that, or it's the 3-hour series of like 100 plus mods to make New Vegas work correctly. It's one of those two is the answer.
I have New Vegas written down on my paper here.
Yeah.
Is what I assumed it would be.
I don't remember the name of it. Maybe you can find it and put it in the show notes. But if you're going to play it on PC, I think Viva New Vegas is what it's called. And it took me about 3 hours to do, but like it is worth doing it if that's fun. The game. That you just do it once and then you're done.
Sounds pretty cool.
It's significantly better than like trying to play it on 360 or whatever. And it fixes everything.
I'm real curious if Esper has anything written down for me, but the last mod, I'm fairly certain the last mod I downloaded was back when I got back into World of Warcraft. Not the most.
I was close.
Yeah. Not God. I think it was right before they went to Hell and Hell Shattered and whatever that expansion was. I'm pretty sure that was the last time I purchased a WoW expansion, and I need my mods to function for that one. So I need my damage meters, I need my UI mods, and all that kind of stuff. So I need my Warlock specific mods. So yeah, that has to be. That's the only explanation.
I had Dragon Age Romance mod written down, so
I did not play that game on PC, so we did not mod Veilguard. But I would have.
You would have, okay, because I'm wondering, like, you know, if for romantic relationships, if you think cheating is kind of out of bounds, because it just feels, I don't know, abusive or something.
No, I'm trying to think, because Dragon Age was the first game I learned how to do mods because I wanted to mod in more romance scenes for the first.
Okay, the opposite of what. Yeah.
Okay, I'm Brandon Sheffield. I don't know who those other people were. We should remember to introduce ourselves at the start of these. That was Ash Parrish, and then it was Frank Cifaldi. You all know, but just in case you don't, that's who they were. The last mod that I installed was an air intake on my Honda Prelude.
Perfect. I knew you'd have something.
Actually, it was I got new shocks, but they're aftermarket shocks. So the shocks were more recent.
That counts.
I'll take it. That's the last mod that I installed. I didn't install it personally, if I'm honest.
I was getting ready to ask. Are you a car modification guy? Are you a mechanic?
I don't have that kind of time. I used to work on cars. I did actually, like, I put the seat, the passenger seat in my Pontiac Tempest, drilled holes in the floor and bolted it in and stuff. I used to do a lot of stuff, but then I stopped having A, time, and B, a place to work on my automobile. So I no longer
That'll do it.
Yes.
The good news is this episode is going to ship 100% fully formed. No one will need to mod it. That's my job.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. Yeah. Question 1 is going to come from our previous winner, Vanessa B. Vanessa B asks, make your case. what is the objectively most ridiculous fighting game outfit you've ever seen, and what about it irks your nerves?
I really don't. They did like, I can't remember exactly, but there was some kind of like swimsuit pack for, I think it was Street Fighter V, and it just,
They did that for 6 too.
Yeah, I know that just came out for 6, actually.
Right,
They just announced it.
it just bugs me. Because we were talking about Lara Croft and her digital consent last episode, and you know, these ladies are serious fighters. Are they going to fight in these swimsuits of their own accord? Probably not. Depends on who. Jury maybe, but but like the rest of them, I'm not so sure. Maybe some, but that just bugs me because it's not. It feels like it's out of world to me, and it's just for a certain kind of dweeb, which
I would feel that way too, but look at Cammy. Like, Cammy just dresses like that.
Well, yeah, she's wearing a swimsuit. She's wearing a one-piece swimsuit.
A military one-piece, yeah.
It's true. Classic.
Are there any non-sexist, ridiculous fighting game outfits?
I really appreciate the meta, and I think it's both in Tekken and Street Fighter 6, where you just got old dudes in 3-piece ass suits with fucking canes beating the shit out of people. That is so much fun. Like, G cannot be comfortable in that like waistcoat. Like, and it's tight as hell. Like, how do you move? Like, how do you do all that shit? But he's wearing it every day. There's that one black guy from Tekken who's like in a full suit. That's really cool. And it's just fun to watch old dudes fight people.
Just get out there and whip ass. Yeah. Absolutely. On the Tekken subject, I think the Heihachi, what is it, Fudanshi, the diaper thing?
Oh,
Every time Diaper Heihachi comes out, I'm like, wow, video games.
That's an upsetting.
I think it was Street Fighter 2 HD Remix that let you edit the palette of whatever character you wanted. And so, giving Chun-Li, purple skin or whatever, pretty ridiculous. I don't have any examples to show you, but, that speaking of mods, right? That allows you to mod in some ridiculous outfits to the World Warriors and or the bosses.
Everyone was doing those nude mods on all those characters, and it was and they probably still are.
Oh, that's every game. So you're not in the world of mods. So meaning computer. But if you go to Nexus Mods for any game, in the top 10, if there's a female protagonist, you can look at her butt now, or like I made her what my penis wants her to be instead of what's shipped. Yeah.
Ooh, not gonna do that one.
Yeah, I think there's like 4 different like curvy body mods in the top 10 for Cyberpunk last time I looked. Yeah, tremendous.
I would need more time to really think about this one, but there are a bunch where there are costumes that kind of make the character like another character from another game. I think it's fun when players do that, and when it's official, it feels weird to me.
So, for example, in a Tekken or whatever,
in a Tekken, you can make a Mario.
You can make
and
a guy
cool.
look like Mario. Yeah.
But if they shipped a Mario, it'd be like,
if they shipped a Mario, I'd be like,
it's like, the brands on Twitter
How do you
got
do,
in
on the joke.
Exactly. Yeah.
The whole conversation about nude mods and fighting games made me think of I think it was a Street Fighter tournament, like I think it was an online tournament, and either the competitor or the host forgot to disable his nude mod while competing, and it showed up like he got a naked, like, this guy's a gooner. Pretty much.
That reminds me, I remember. So it was a Street Fighter event. I don't know what the tournament was or whatever, but it was being aired on ESPN. And the producers asked, hey, is there any way you can make Cammy look different? Because we can't air that. We can't. But
she's not naked. She just has her ass out.
No, she does have her ass out, though.
Is that the objection? Like, we can't have
I would
asses
imagine
out?
so. I don't know. And that's time. So question 2. I believe, Brandon, you had a topic of discussion you wanted to pitch?
I do. I have something that I found very interesting. The big Black Friday news. But yeah, the guy on Blue Sky who posts all the big hardware sales and software sales and stuff.
Shout out to Matt Piscatella.
Matt Piscatella said that on Black Friday, 47% of console sales were PlayStation 5, 24% were Switch 2, and 14% were the Nex Playground.
Yeah.
And that was wild. Xbox not listed, so sold less than that. So I just think it's very interesting because I don't know if all of you had heard of this before that day.
No. First time for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
First time for me too. So first of all, very funny that this Nex Playground thing, for those who don't know, it's a little cube that has a camera on it that is basically like a Kinect with games in it. And so it's very funny that this thing beat Xbox with a Kinect, which the Xbox doesn't even have anymore. So that's funny, first of all. Second of all, it's hilarious because we talk about the Amico on here a lot. And this
Amico outsold Xbox?
This just quietly destroys the Amico's whole thing.
Because
Amico's premise is like, we got to get that Wii action back. Like, we got to get it in there because Nintendo has abandoned that market and there's nothing there. And the Nex Playground is straight up just like your kids jumping around in front of a screen and waving their arms and stuff. So I thought that was funny. Also, before Black Friday, it was outselling the PS5. I don't know if you all knew that.
I didn't.
But was there a PS5 deal?
There was a PS5 deal during Black Friday, so that's why
there were not any Xbox deals, which is probably why we don't. It's not on the list.
I would say that's
another
of the reasons.
Great sign for the future of Xbox.
Yeah. So
didn't they increase the price this year?
They all did.
They all
did. Okay.
So I looked into this console. It is a Kinect-like game system, and just to nip this in the bud, it does use AI, but it is the 2017 idea of AI. So like it's kind of still just a Kinect. But it's pretty interesting because it started as an app for like they wanted to train themselves while playing basketball and like get better at it. And so it started as an app for that, and then it wound up doing well with that. So they partnered with the NBA.
Oh wow!
And then like around the pandemic, they started doing almost like a Jackbox for physical games app thing using your phone camera. And then they launched this thing in 2023, and none of us have heard of it, and it sold millions of units. And but I think that like the smartest thing about it, they knew it was for kids, and so it doesn't connect to the internet except to download things. So it's never like sending the information back. But because they know that we don't trust stuff, they give you a lens cap for the camera to put on there because they know that you don't trust them, which I think is
which you shouldn't,
which is smart and fair. Anyway, I just what do we all think about that? That's funny, right?
Yeah, I love this, but also to me, I think I've talked on the show before about how like the idea of trying to group anything into a video game into some kind of lump category is insane at this point. It's like trying to group everything that's written word. You know, like a tweet is the same as a novel or something. Like that's how it feels to me at this point. And so the concept of trying to shoehorn this cool toy into like the category of a PlayStation or Xbox is just like we haven't grown out of our old ways yet, is how it feels to me. Where like we just call any box that has game stuff in it a video game console when like everything has video game stuff in it now.
Yeah, although this has dedicated technology in it and a dedicated
I understand
it's a
thing, dedicated
so I think it makes sense to me.
Yeah, I understand that it makes sense, but it makes sense because we're still trying to we're still in a world where we think that a machine that only plays video games is like a thing, you know, and
Mr. PC over here.
Well, that's not where I'm going with that, but it kind of is, but it's you know, to me that's no more of a game console than my phone, you know, and just because it has dedicated stuff doesn't, I don't know. It's all just getting very fuzzy.
It doesn't do anything else though, Frank. Like it only.
I understand.
It's funny because this is what the Epic versus Apple lawsuit was over. Was trying to legally define whether the iPhone was a console or not.
Right.
And I feel like asking Frank for his definition of a console that would exclude what this thing is would probably.
I'm not
make
trying
his
to
brain
exclude
smoke.
it. Right. I'm not trying to exclude it at all. I'm saying that everything's an Xbox, but really,
Xbox is saying this shit too.
But really, like they still sell. I just saw one. at drugstores, they still sell these portable things with built-in crappy Famicom games from China, right?
Yeah.
Like they still sell those. Is that not in the same category as this thing? Do we not track that along with this thing? It's a dedicated video game system. A lot of them even have plugs for
outsold the
TV.
Xbox.
Right. So my point is that I don't know what my point is.
Well, that's
everything's
okay. We're
fuzzy.
at
Yells at
time on
console.
that one.
Just that everything's fuzzy when it comes to defining what a console is and whether we even need a console definition anymore. This is kind of what I'm getting at. It just makes
Open borders.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Imagine if you could take items you own in one game and transfer them over to another game.
Is Circana actually tracking these crappy plug and play things?
You know what? Knowing Matt, he might. Honestly, like he might.
Yeah.
Because they track all
I don't know
those
if Matt
SKUs.
makes that call.
He probably doesn't make that call, but I'm pretty sure if we asked him, he could probably find him.
He's
Because
tracking
he's
retail.
Yeah, he's tapped into the supply chain.
Have you seen the times? And he unfortunately doesn't do it regularly. But he at one point he was like, here are the top selling games that are like 15 years old. And so at retail there was like a PS3 game or whatever that was. I thought that was neat.
That is.
And he tracks SKUs because he'll be able to like tell you like there was a random ass console like 3 generations back that was sold brand new like 2 days ago.
Yeah, Circana always did that. Yeah, because they actually go by SKU number, because they're retail tracking. Yeah, but I don't know if they are tracking that. But NPD track toys and games, so they probably do have that data.
I'm gonna send him a DM.
But actually, I want to bring that. I know we're way over time, but going back to the crappy like my retro game toy thing, right? Like the thing I was talking about. We all know what I'm talking about, right? Portable screen,
the Game Center 8000.
Yeah. And they are at like Walgreens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and they all use these games from like Nice Code, the Chinese company that's been making like knockoff tiny little micro Famicom games since like 2000.
We're familiar. Right? We know what this is.
So I was thinking about those very recently because we just saw one in like a Target or something. It wasn't Target. We don't go to Target anymore.
Better not be Target.
It wasn't Target. Yes. No, not Costco. We did go to Costco, but that's not where we saw it. I think it was a grocery store. I think it was Kroger. Kroger in rural Georgia.
Put it on my click list.
during my trip. I think we saw one of these. I started thinking about it, and it's like this software has been available consistently in drugstores for like at least 15 years, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like, Are these crappy games some of the most sold games of all time? Like maybe
I wonder
if you actually track them as titles. You know what I mean? Like where do you draw the line on that?
There's 8,000 titles in there to track, though.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But it's like the same stuff every time, and it's gone through different manufacturers, licensed the same games. You have the units that were like composite into your TV, and now you have the handhelds that even do the HDMI out, and it's been a lot of that same software for like 15, maybe even 20 years on some of them. Like, are there more copies of those games out in the wild than most other games? We don't know.
A very good point. Speaking of retro games, this question's for Ash, but I think Brandon and Frank might have something to say. Ash, if you ran a charitable foundation dedicated to video game history and you managed to get the rights to an unreleased, unannounced NES game, what would you do with it?
I would release the shit out of that game.
Oh, interesting.
All right. How would you do that?
I have the licenses, correct?
Absolutely.
You have the complete copyright to the game source code, and you can do whatever you want. It was donated to you.
Oh, dump that shit on GitHub and let them go. Like cook.
Is that all you'd do?
That I don't know what is possible, but I would absolutely dump the source code and put it out for where all the freaks can get to it and do whatever they want with that, while also compiling like my own version of it that I can house and play and have that accessible to people as well. Like I would put the game online to be played, and I would put the game's source code online to be fucked with. That's all. That
sounds like a good plan.
Does Ash run
I wonder if anyone's ever done
that.
Like, Frank, do you want to crack this one open?
Sure. Ash missed our announcement of the Video Game History Foundation's first video games called Excavator 2025.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Was this on Blue Sky? Because I didn't see this.
Yeah, it was around.
It was on the Day of the Devs stream yesterday.
I was not watching that yesterday.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, the backstory is years ago from the family of a programmer who died quite a while ago, Chris Oberth. We ended up acquiring just all of his like floppy disks and stuff to try to recover his work. And among the stuff in there was a prototype game called Excavator that he wrote when he was at Incredible Technologies, the Golden Tee people. He was an employee there. He worked on like Time Killers and stuff after that.
Good game.
And
in a certain sense.
No, it's not.
In a certain sense.
It's not. I know he's dead and all, but it's not a good game. So yeah, we found this game, and long story short, I asked Incredible Technologies, can we just have this? You're not doing anything with it, and I have, in paperwork, I have a deed of gift, a full donation of the copyrights and everything to this game. So what do you do with it? Well, it's a prototype. It is. It doesn't even have audio in it at this point. It's 3 levels out of a proposed 6. It's something that they pitched to multiple publishers, and none of them wanted it. And so they just never finished it. So we got someone to finish it, polish it up. Mega Cat Studios. They do, among other things, NES games, but they also do PC games and stuff like that.
And Genesis games.
Yeah, that would be how Brandon knows them. That's right.
How I know them.
I think they did a wrestling like RPG or something on computers.
Yeah, I think it was called WrestleQuest? It was something like that.
Oh, no,
Good name.
WrestleQuest.
Yeah, so they came to us saying, hey, we'd like to do something to benefit you. And I was like, oh, you want to finish this game? And they're like, oh, hell yeah. So they finished the game. And we worked with I Am 8-Bit as a publisher to make physical cartridges that they're selling. And 100% of the profits go to the foundation. All of the work by Mega Cat was donated. The rights to the game were donated by Incredible Tech. So it's just like this combined act of altruism. Lost in Cult provided the cover art for us as a donation.
All the greatest hits for this.
Yeah, it's cool, right? It's kind of a cool group of people really coming together for a fundraiser game, and didn't put it on GitHub.
Mm-hmm.
Is there somewhere people can find out more about it, Frank?
The I Am 8-Bit's website, honestly. Like, I'm really trying to let other people work for us this time, as opposed to us doing the hustling. You know what I mean? Because so much of our partnerships have been a little bit flip-sided to my tastes, and it's like, we're the charity. I want people to benefit us. So we're not like, we don't have a page online about it or anything like that. We're letting others do that.
You should still have a page about it. I mean, it's cool.
Yeah, we're in the middle of our winter fundraiser. We got all kinds of stuff going on, but I agree. If you want to make one, go for it.
Typity. That's me making.
Where was I going with this? Yeah, it's a physical cartridge. We are planning on doing exactly what Ash talked about. Honestly, I just kind of ran out of time. But the plan right now is I'm going to put the original prototype on itch, and it's just a donate whatever you want. And I'll include the source code in there as well. So the prototype and the source code. And, you could give us nothing and just download it if you want. But I haven't even registered on itch yet, so we're not there yet.
Brandon, real quick before time, what would you do with an unreleased NES game?
Give it to Frank.
That's right.
There you go.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
All right.
Wait, when does this episode go out?
This will go up on Monday the 15th. Yes.
Ooh,
15th.
Okay. Well, if you like unreleased stuff for the NES, tune into our stream on the 17th. There's more.
Yeah.
Nice.
Question 4. As we all know, every podcast is recorded just moments before whoever listens to or watches it enjoys the show.
That's right.
So the Game Awards have obviously already happened. Go ahead, give me a quick recap of all the big announcements, events, crazy situations that happened. Fill me in. I missed it.
Well, I mean, first of all, how crazy is it that Claire Obscure didn't win anything?
That is
pretty
wild.
weird. Yeah.
Isn't that insane?
They unnominated it for a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, that was really sad. Kojima himself came out and said, I'm friends with Jeff Keighley, but I don't like Claire Obscure.
I remember him saying that. Yeah. I saw that.
They just scrubbed it from the show. It's pretty strange.
Half-Life 3 got announced.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's
right. The thing.
I don't know how I forgot about that.
It didn't look that good.
That's why. It just wasn't really didn't make an impact.
Well, I don't know why they went third person, and like, I don't know if you noticed, but when he jumped, like his body just kind of went stiff.
Right. Yeah, it's a side scroller, which I thought was really weird.
Well, I don't know if you missed it, but like in like a slate gray against the black of the background,
Yeah.
After 3, it said third person. So it was Half-Life third person.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that's what they were.
That makes a lot
they were
more
going
sense.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I did miss that.
Anyway, the Dreamcast is back.
Yeah,
so
that's
I was
very
really
cool.
happy about that. I mean, why bury the lead? Dreamcast 2.
I don't know why they had to slit Kermit's throat to reveal that. Like the way that they did that.
I mean, he's been escalating the spectacle as years have gone
really
on.
weird.
He just his jaw opens and a Dreamcast slides out.
Yeah. Jeff Keighley himself pulls his jaws apart.
Yeah. I don't know.
The Dreamcast
I don't get it. Like,
what are the launch titles? Did they announce anything? Any software?
Rainbow Connection 6. That's a kind of a Kermit joke I'm trying to work in. And it's not 100% working.
I gotta admit, I don't know where the Kermit thing came. I know he shows up at the Game Awards sometimes, but
one of the jokes I wrote for one of the things that I wrote about the Game Awards is that it's our monthly allotment of Muppets. So every time
there you go.
That's how America gets its monthly recommended dose of Muppetry. It's the Game Awards in December.
I would think Muppet Christmas would cover that, but
this month.
No, like this is like a booster.
Yeah, it's the double dose.
Actually, the amount of
Tim,
Muppets you should be consuming every month is like higher than what you think it is, and so because we have Muppet
it's
Christmas
like vitamin
Carol,
D.
Yeah, and the Game Awards in December, we are actually meeting what are
the few
should be
times
getting.
a year people get enough felt in
and because of the quantity need, this is actually why most doctors recommend skipping the Game Awards in December and watching Emmett Otter instead.
That's a good idea. And they did announce the Emmett Otter AAA game as well by Ubisoft.
for Dreamcast, right? Yeah, Emmett Otter, yeah.
That's right. And did you notice when Xbox announced the acquisition of the Nex Playground?
Yeah,
very cool. Very cool.
And they're going to rebrand it as the Kinect. So that's what's
it's
going
back,
on there.
baby.
It's back.
It's so funny that the Kinect is having like its year again, both in the Switch 2 and this thing. And Xbox is like 10 years ago, like, aw.
Yeah, well, they could have kept doing it. They could have
kept doing
it if they wanted.
The first Zelda movie footage. That was cool.
Yeah.
It's weird they gave Zelda a gun, but
yeah. I thought that they cast like some guy I had not heard of. It's Willem Dafoe though. They got Willem Dafoe as Link.
I would watch
sense.
that movie.
They didn't say the name,
but too.
You could tell. You could tell it was him.
They just showed like the top half of his face is all shadow, but Willem Dafoe's mouth. You know what he looks like.
I did think Will Ferrell as Ganondorf was kind of an odd casting choice.
Well,
but
he was in the Lego
out.
movie. He was in the Barbie movie. You gotta get him for this. It's just part of it.
Yeah, he's trying out a dramatic role this time.
Yeah. But he's gonna make it funny too. He's got
he can't
classic Ganondorf chuckles.
He's gonna get his mascara going and blink those eyeballs, and you're gonna be like, oh, look at that. He's funny.
It's classic Will Ferrell.
Classic.
I
Will
am
Ferrell.
genuinely curious to see if they will commit to the bit and not have Link talk the whole movie. Like, can they pull that off?
I wouldn't bet money on that happening. I would.
Well, and it's like it was really mean of them to tease us with that. Like when the trailer ends and like Willem's mouth just opens and he like sharp inhales and it just cuts to the title.
Flash cut. Yeah.
Like I thought that was a weird way of teasing that.
And that was when Jeff Keighley said, "Excuse me, princess." After when it ended.
Oh no!
Yeah. That was the big meme that came out of the awards this year. Yeah. Everybody's been posting that.
Funny. Yeah.
No, but that's why it was the big meme that got popular.
Cringe style.
Cringe style. You got to keep cringe alive.
Flute guy was
Flute
there.
Guy,
gave another great performance.
Yeah.
Beat Jeff Keighley to death on stage to close out the show. That was
he
very
didn't
cool.
Die. It's fine.
No, obviously, but it was within the sketch they did.
Sure. Yeah.
And also Jeff Keighley is in critical condition. He's stable, but he's
Yeah.
I thought it was really big of him to apologize to all the future class recipients and give them a lot lot of money. I thought
very
it was really cool. Yeah.
The statement on Palestine, very moving.
Yeah.
It's good to own up to these things.
Yeah. It's something we can all think about as we move in to the break. Squad-a-la, we're off.
I'm looking up in the top corner where Brandon is. I'm like, who is this grown man? I'm not used to this grown man. Not that he looks like a little boy or anything, but like it's like a grown man now. With that like shadow.
Shipping a game does that, man.
I guess so.
Welcome back to Insert Credit. It's time to go into the question hole. This is the part of many, but not every episode. I don't know why Jeffy says every episode, where we dive into the big leaky bag of questions submitted by patrons at patreon.com/insertcredit, where you, yes, you, the handsome and cunning listener or viewer of this program, can submit your own questions, get bonus episodes, and many more fun surprises. This week's question does not come from the question hole because I didn't have access to it. So instead, it's pulled from the insert credit flavored questions that are too stupid for the dirtbag thread on forums.insertcredit.com.
Oh boy.
Yeso asks, if video games had a currency, who would be on the 1, the 5, the 20, the 50, and the $100 bill?
That's too many.
That is
It's
too many.
6.
It's too many.
Okay, so the 1 is like very common, but you don't really want it that much.
Well, and it has to be
So
like
Mario?
royalty or, like I think Mario could count. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
Mario.
royalty.
Yeah.
my brain immediately said Mayor Hagar is 50, and I just want to stick with that.
Sold.
Sure.
Perfect.
Yeah. We
Sure.
all good with that? Let's work around that. That's
Okay.
our baseline. Mayor Hagar's 50.
From Final Fight, Ash.
he's the mayor.
Oh,
he has
okay.
he has a single
He's cool.
suspender,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he goes, "Wah!"
Yeah, he's the 50.
Okay,
He's video
so we have
game
a
royalty.
50.
We could have put 50 cents blood in the sand in there.
Yeah. Were you saying him because he would probably be the video game character most like Grant, who I believe is on the 50?
I think it's Grant.
I didn't even remember who was on the 50. He just seems like
Yeah.
a 50 to me.
Do we know who's
not
on
100.
our currency right
No.
now?
I don't
Like, who
care.
is-
Some of them. I know.
Well,
I know that
yeah.
Benjamin Franklin is on the 100 due
That's
to
true.
many rap lyrics. informing me
Washington,
of that.
Lincoln, Hamilton.
He
Who's
wasn't
on
even
the
a president.
who's on the 10? Jackson?
Could be.
Oh, fuck that guy.
I mean, Benjamin
No.
Franklin's on the 100. He's not a president.
Okay.
I
So
think, yes,
wait.
Hamilton's on the 10, Jackson's on the 20, the 50 is, I
have a
think,
10.
Grant, and the 100 is Benjamin Franklin.
So if we can include people who are not video game characters on the currency, then I'm gonna have to say we're gonna have to put Kojima on the $100 bill.
Wow.
Interesting.
What?
Is he
I
the
was gonna
Benjamin
go-
Franklin of video games?
Yeah, I was going to
No.
go like Ralph Baer, but
Okay.
you're going Kojima. Wow.
I feel like that is
Put
something
Miyamoto's wife on there.
Oh, yeah. She's clearly 100. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's on the 5?
beloved president.
Yeah.
Sonic.
No, it's Kane and Lynch.
No,
Okay.
it's
On the
Sonic.
5. Kane and Lynch.
But Kane
Yeah.
and the two of them,
Yeah.
I think, is very interesting.
And
I
they're
like
coming
that.
out of the circle like Sonic and Tails. you know?
Yeah, okay.
Like one of them's got
perfect.
his arm on it. You know?
Kane and Lynch are on the $2 bill, Frank. We're
There you
at-
go.
Oh,
There we go.
okay. All right.
Love
Kane
it,
and Lynch
love
are on
it.
the $2 bill. Okay.
Yeah.
Not assigned, but I like that we got that in there anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom collects $2 bills. So,
Very cool.
yeah, for some reason.
So
Then
like
she
on
spends
the
them.
back of the bill, you've got like the pyramid with the eye on it and shit. Like
Yeah.
Illuminati
So
thing.
And
we
if you
have to
fold
have-
it correctly, you get at the truth of the universe. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
So we have to have like one of the Persona school logos as like that seal for that. And then like the building that it has to be obviously Tommy Tallarico's house from MTV's Cribs is one of the locations on the
It
back
was
of the
not
currency.
MTV's Cribs. He
It was
kept
not.
saying it was MTV's Cribs. But it wasn't
I know.
MTV's Cribs. Okay.
Exactly. God, what's the okay? So the pluribus unum, it has to be
Oh, yeah.
obviously quarter circle forward, like whatever the Shoryuken input
up,
is.
down,
Yeah.
down, left, right, BA, start.
Oh, I was just going to take the same phrase but replace pluribus with polybius, but I like yours
Oh,
better.
there you go.
Yeah.
I was
All
just
good
going to
ideas.
say buy Monster Energy drink.
Mm, yeah.
Mountain Dew and
Yeah.
Doritos on the.
Yeah. Get 20x bonus XP.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Which ones are we missing right now?
The 5, which I
5.
guess we decided was Sonic, maybe,
I said Sonic.
Yeah, I
Sonic
think
is
Sonic's
on the
good.
5.
So we
And
need a
10.
10,
and the 20. We haven't done either of
10 and
those.
20. 20 is Lara Croft.
I was
Sure.
gonna say we need we need
Sure.
a woman, and I was gonna be like Princess Peach.
No.
I
But
like
no,
Lara
we-
Croft.
I like
I like
Lara
Lara
Croft
Croft
better.
better. Yeah.
And she's got her guns out.
Yes.
She's doing this. Well, she does it this way. The 10, nobody cares about the 10 particularly. So, Tangle?
Bonk.
I was gonna say
No,
like
we already
Dex
got
or
it.
Nobody
Bonk.
cares about Bonk. Let's put
No,
Bonk
don't
in there.
do a
Just throw him a bone.
mascot.
Are they not all mascots?
They're kind of
so
all
far?
mascots.
Fine, let's do Bonk.
But Hamilton was on the 10, right?
Correct.
Or is that, we need somebody who's not video games because we already have Kojima on the 100.
I don't think that means that. I mean, Alexander Hamilton was certainly involved with U.S. politics and a founding father. I think
absolutely. So we Bobby Kotick or something. I don't
know.
No,
Bobby Notick.
Bobby Notick. We've got 1 minute left.
It's Jeff Keighley.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keighley's on the 10.
Johnny Turbo.
That'll cost you a Keighley.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
It's 100,000 Keighley's for an ad spot in the Game Awards this year, I hear.
I don't want Keighley.
It's a whole lot.
I don't think we should acknowledge him as royalty in any way. It is
We shouldn't.
Master Chief?
no,
Guy?
Solid Snake. It's Solid Snake.
Snake's kind of an interesting pick there.
Yeah.
So we have Mario, Sonic, Lara Croft, Solid Snake.
Master Snake. Yeah.
Master
Master
Snake.
Snake.
Exactly. My fan character.
Who's 50?
I don't know if someone said something. We can move on.
Yeah. 50 was.
Well, 50
Hope
was
that
Hagar.
answers your question.
50
Yes.
was Hagar.
Hagar.
That was your thing.
And then
And then-
apparently Hideo Kojima's on the 100.
I don't agree with that, but
I don't either.
Yeah. Because we have him and Snake. Wait, we can't have him and Snake. That's awful.
No, we really can't.
Yeah.
It's the Noid from Yo-Noid. We're done.
It's the Noid from Yonoid. Hope
What
that
about
answers your
Reggie
question,
V?
Yeso.
Reggie?
Avoid
What
that.
about Reggie? We would put Reggie on. We can make Reggie
you know
royalty.
what? I got it.
Sure.
We put Wario on the 100. Wario goes on the 100.
He loves money.
Bill.
I
Yeah.
do like Reggie on the 100, though. I think that's funny. I would love to look at his weird face on there. No offense to him. He's just got a distinctive face, is all.
He does.
Yeah. Very, very unique individual.
Did you see that thing going around the other day? Actually, just yesterday, where someone was asking, "What's the best way to tell a hookup that you are that they've massively overstayed their welcome?" And someone quote posted with Reggie saying, "Well, that's all the time I have. I've got to get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS." That's so good.
That would work. I'd be like, you know what? All right. I'll let you get to that.
That's fair. It's time to go.
Question 6. What age should a person play their first video game?
Never.
That is an option.
What age? Shoot. 8
I
years
don't
old.
know nothing about child rearing or development. So I'm going to say as soon as it's not actively harmful, let them play
Which
the
is
game.
never not a thing.
Yeah,
So
That's not true. That's
I
not
remember.
true.
I believe I've played video games for as long as I can remember. Like some of my earliest memories are sitting next to my dad while he played Sonic or whatever.
So I didn't, as many people perhaps know, I did not have consistent access to a television until I was 8 years old. And then around 9, I got a video game console, and it was the Intellivision.
Mm-hmm.
And I think having the Intellivision and then the Atari 2600 was like a really good way to make me not get obsessed with video games, because I only had ones that were like mediocre, and all my friends had like the cool ones, but I didn't go over to their houses or anything. I just knew that there were theoretically cooler ones, but it didn't.
They're out there somewhere.
Yeah, I knew they were out there floating in the ether. But I do think that not playing video games for quite some time and not having television for quite some time was helpful to my imagination and the development of that.
Probably, yeah.
I don't think it's really possible to do that now without being like a trad weirdo, you know? Like, I don't know if you can really isolate your kid from external stimulus anymore.
Seems tough. It's tough keeping them off the internet, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really interesting, especially when you watch people who are gamers who have young kids make that decision. Because I think all the time about Stephen Totillo, who had young kids when I worked with him at Kotaku, and he would talk all the time about how his kids like don't know what a video game even is, and he was very careful about not showing or letting them see him like play games if he was doing something for a review until like they got a little bit older, when he started to slowly introduce them to, and I believe like it's like Nintendo Switch stuff. So yeah, that's an interesting question that I wrestle with frequently. Like, I'm not really worried about keeping my kid from games, my theoretical kid that does not exist. I'm more worried about keeping them off of the internet.
Yeah.
Like, I can handle video games as long
Just
as it's not
screens in
Roblox.
general.
And,
Yeah, well,
whatever. I can gate it with a console. But the internet? Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
I really think, based on looking at my nephew, that it's more important to keep them from watching YouTube about video games than it is to keep them from playing video games themselves.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because that's where you get your like in a 3-hour video that they're watching, there'll just be all these insidious little homophobic slurs or comments about China or whatever.
Or even just as simple as getting extremely upset over things that
over
don't
tiny
matter
things.
at all.
Yeah.
That seems like a bad behavior to pick up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if that's our answer to that one is, I don't think about kids, we can move on.
If I'm being true to myself, then yes, that is my answer. Like, I don't care. That doesn't concern me. Why are you asking me?
And that's how we got Gamergate. Thanks, guys.
There you go. Yeah.
What?
Thanks, Frank.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Because you don't care what the kids are doing these days on the video games. I'm just joshing.
That is not playing a video game. That's playing a dangerous game. That's something else.
Our last question before the lightning round. What is the soy sauce of video games?
It's good. It's really
Something
good.
you can dip your balls into.
Halo multiplayer. There it is.
Halo multiplayer. There you go. Problem. Got it in one. Swish.
Why? Why did it happen this way? What has occurred?
Yeah, I'm going to need some context, Ash.
Have none
Who's
of you
dipping their
seen
balls in soy sauce? It sounds like this is something that's just so common in your life.
You know, you guys dip your
It was
balls
the
in soy
first
sauce,
thing-
right?
The family gets together. It's Christmas Eve.
I'm sorry. It actually does come up a lot in my house. No, but for not my thing. There
Comes
was
up
like
a lot.
some kind of Reddit thing I maybe saw ages ago about how like your testicles have taste buds in them and that men were sticking their balls in soy sauce. This is probably like some like apocryphal old wives' tale bullshit.
How
They
would they
stick their
have-
balls into soy sauce because
How'd they
they
have
were supposed to
taste
have
buds?
some kind of like you would be able to taste the salt because there are.
Like, ooh, salty. Ooh.
And I don't have balls. Otherwise, I would do this myself just to see, out of curiosity. So I ask my husband every so often, "Hey, do you want to dip your balls in soy?"
And he hasn't taken you up on it?
Candles round the bed, roses.
He's got a little saucer you're swirling around.
I sound like
Little
a crazy
taste.
person.
This is when you bring out the china. All right.
Yeah, like he has not taken me up on the offer, but like I have always been curious. Like, was that Reddit post that I randomly read pulling my leg? Probably.
Keep
Or-
us updated for sure. Yeah.
Well, you do have to
So-
pull his leg for the taste to come through.
That's true.
I'm not. I sound insane. That was insane to say out loud. I'm so sorry.
Apologies to Ash's husband for what we put him through on this show.
Apologies to Ash for not marrying someone who's willing to do this for her.
Exactly.
I wouldn't do it.
If you won't commit, then
I wouldn't do it.
Okay, no. If your spouse asked you just out of curiosity, "Hey, would you mind dipping your balls in soy sauce for a science experiment?"
Brandon's
you
a hard
wouldn't do
no.
it.
No, I would say no unless like there was a real reason and it wasn't
unless
just
it's definitely going somewhere.
Determining if your scrotum has taste buds is
in
a
my
real.
relationship. I know that this is going to end with a lot of laughter, directed in my direction.
I see.
Warranted, but I don't want. I don't want it because I'm like this is a troll.
Yeah. In my relationship, as with most things, it would be the start of a conversation. Be like, "Oh, why are you asking me this? Let's go through.
Let's
this.
open a dialogue.
Yeah, and I don't know where that would go. I know that my immediate reaction wouldn't be hell yeah. It
Yeah.
would be like, oh,
Or hell
that's
no.
an interesting. Yeah,
Am
exactly.
I
okay.
the weird one? If
The thing over here.
if I had balls and someone asked me like, "Hey, do you want to see if your balls have taste buds by dipping your balls in
Okay,
soy
it's
sauce?"
It's not
I
even
would say
hell
context
yes.
dependent on who's asking, just someone.
It is context
Just a
dependent. It is
random person.
context dependent.
Ash,
It
I'm
is-
going to make you feel a little better. If I lived alone, I'd probably be doing that tonight.
If I think I think Ash, it strikes me that you wouldn't have needed to be asked. Like you would see the Reddit post and be like, "All right, here we go."
Like, all right,
Exactly.
let's walk immediately to the fridge.
You are 100% correct that I would like, oh, okay, I have to figure this out now, so let's go.
Because that's the other part of having conversations so often is like I would start doing that and Amanda would be like, why are you doing that? And I'd be like, well, and we'd have to have the conversation about it. And I'm more trying to avoid that conversation than I am avoiding the action. Let's put it that way. Yeah.
Yeah. Christina would not be able to get through asking the question without cracking up multiple times.
Yeah.
So that's where I would start to feel the pressure of like, this is
like, am I not engaging with the bit if I say no?
Yeah.
What an improv zone. Well, Halo is the answer there, I guess.
Multiplayer Halo.
It's video games. We're going to move on to our lightning round. And because I am not the game designer Jaffe is, I just did name design, and guess what? It's all Magic the Gathering cards.
Awesome.
I got a bunch of random Magic the Gathering card names, and you're going to design video games based on those names. We're going to start with Night's Whisper.
What? Okay, wait. I'm good as the Magic player on the panel. I'm going to ask for its color and if it's an instant or sorcery.
It's a black sorcery for 1 and a black. You draw 2 cards and lose 2 life.
Okay, so this is a utility. This is some kind of
However, none of that should factor into your answer.
That's not what's supposed to happen.
So, and part of my problem is that I was engaged, and then you started saying that stuff you just said, and then my brain turned off.
Totally.
Yeah, thanks, Ash.
Once again, derailing the conversation.
Night's Whisper, a game.
That is okay. That is a $20 at launch, but with a 15% discount for the 2 weeks. Game that looks like Limbo.
Okay,
it's very shadowy. Yeah,
I like that. Yeah, Edward Geary kind of art style.
Yeah,
Traumatic Visions.
Traumatic Visions. That's like it's like one of those perspective shifty games.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And it's like extra psychedelic and it has a little horror twist to it. Traumatic Visions.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a horror walking sim.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mages Contest.
Oh, that's like a arena PvP, like sword and board kind of deal. But it's like anachronistic tongue in cheek. So it's like, stadiums full of people like watching like these mages fight.
I like that. Coliseum.
I could totally be that. My first thought was a relatively straight Amiga fighting game. Mages Contest is very...
I was thinking something old and British as well.
Yeah, it's super British-y sounding.
But it's like the whole thing was they made characters that were really big on the screen, and that's as far as their thought process went, right? So it's like a really bad game.
Yeah, it's got like 3-frame animations.
Right, but it takes like half a second after pressing the button for the animation to even start, you know? Yeah,
and
really
it influenced like 500,000 teenagers forever.
Oh yeah. It's on all the
you played Mages Contest as a kid.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Bojuka Bog.
Oh.
Bojuka Bog.
That's also British, by the way.
That sounds right.
It's a little mascot platformer about a character named Bojuka that has to.
And you could not make that game today.
No, you
couldn't. Bog,
you could not remaster that shit. Nope.
Bog also means something in British English that we don't know.
Right. It's true.
It's not a bog.
It's a secret pun that we're not aware of. It's Randy.
Back to Basics.
That is a construction simulator.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I don't know,
but
I feel like it's like paper, like it's on like lined ruled paper, and the game's graphics are like made of like crumpled paper and like pencil strokes and things like that. I don't know.
Ooh.
I was thinking you would go like it's like a building sim, but you can only use like oldie time fulcrums and
I see.
Into it.
It's like a Dr. Stone type thing where you're starting with just rocks and sticks, and you have to build spaceships at the end of the game and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was thinking basic, like all caps, like the language basic. basic.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, I like that.
It's a game that a single developer worked on for 10 years, where the mechanic is actually programming in BASIC in order to progress the game, and like 3 people bought it.
Yeah,
I love it. Skull Prophet.
Ooh.
Oh, so
Prophet
Skullgirls.
PH, but you could do either way.
Oh, I was gonna do Skullgirls, like management sim.
Oh, okay.
Oh, like Skullgirls Idol management sim, where you're managing their careers.
Yeah, like it's a menus, charts go up kind of game. But Prophet with a PH, that's like a old-timey Obsidian first-person sword and board, Skyrim kind of deal.
Sure. I think that makes
Early
more sense.
PC.
I was thinking of like a Windows 95 shareware like tarot reader for you.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Where you ask the skull how you're going to do today, and it's like, verily, ye shall stub thine toe, or something like that.
That's what it's like when I play Magic the Gathering anyway.
Nice.
But it strings together those words, by the way.
Yes.
You know, like from different, you know what I mean? Like samples for verily,
ye
shall.
Yeah, exactly.
This reminds me that I saw Spamalot for the first time last week, and it was really good. And I liked it more than I thought I would.
Everybody likes a musical more than they think they will going in.
That's true.
Every time for me. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Underworld Breach.
Is that not a video game? That
Yeah,
really
it's a
sounds like a
Magic
video
card.
game.
It is in fact a banned Magic card because it was too strong.
Underworld Breach totally sounds like a AAA PS3 original IP to me.
I was thinking
Dante's
PS2, but I think we're
era.
on the same, it's
Yeah,
like Cold Fear or something. It's a Cold Fear-esque title.
Yeah.
I don't even know what Cold Fear was.
Cold Fear was actually kind of neat. It was like a survival horror-ish thing. I think on a beached tanker in the cold, something like that.
In our last game, Grim Flowering.
Oh, this is like a cozy flower, like gardening sim, but it's like spooky.
Mildly goth aesthetics, but it's all very standard. Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Grim Fandango, the game, had a thing in their world where, as you know, your skeletons in the land of the dead, blah, blah, blah. If you kind of died again in the land of the dead, you sprouted flowers. So what it was called Grim Flowering?
Correct.
This is a sequel in the Grim Fandango universe that's a first-person shooter where you just shoot everyone.
Sold.
Yeah.
And they just immediately start sprouting.
Yeah.
Nice.
Blooms.
I like it.
Well, that is excellent. Good work, everybody. Congratulations. I'm going to give the credit this week to Brandon because he submitted a question, and I think it's funny if instead of charging him a credit, I give him one for that.
Nice.
I'm not giving away a ton of credits because Jaffe has made it very clear to me that he takes that personally when I do it, and I don't want to hurt my friend. And so I will stick to the structure of the show this time. Congratulations, Brandon.
I win.
Does anybody have anything they'd like to recommend?
I said this already, but we're doing a lot of fun stuff this month at the Video Game History Foundation. So the day of this recording, we're actually premiering on YouTube a video, kind of semi-documentary related to preserving the history of the Sega Channel. How do you preserve something that's been offline for like 25 years? Yeah, you got to watch that and find out. But it's
sounds cool.
It's really, really good stuff. Phil worked like the hardest I've seen him work on something on this video. And is that not true? He doesn't know. But I haven't watched it yet because it was just uploaded this morning and I haven't had time, but I'm looking forward to it. And so go watch that. I mentioned earlier on the 17th, I'm doing a live stream where I'm looking at a big bag of mystery EPROMs.
Ooh, tasty.
And they're from two very beloved developers, Time Warner Interactive and Sony ImageSoft. Neither one of them are beloved. But there might be some interesting, and in fact, I know there's interesting stuff in there. There will be games you've never heard of in there.
That's what I like.
And then Christmas on our YouTube is the premiere of my documentary sort of video essay thing on what it took to get the NES launched in America, because I've spent a lot of this year going through like documentation no one's seen before, and talking to the people who actually did it, and sort of a reframing of history in a way that I think is really interesting. Makes you rethink the launch of that system and its importance, and setting the tone for what video games were from then on. So that's on Christmas. Gamehistory.org.
Very cool.
I saw Phil when I was driving around. I was going somewhere in Concord, and I just saw him at the corner. He was like spinning around or something.
Wow.
He didn't see me. He was waiting for a light to change.
And just like spinning in place.
Yeah, he was just spinning in place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why does it sound like you encountered a bug? Like a bug glitch in your life?
Yeah,
he was T-posing.
Yeah, right.
He wasn't. This model wasn't supposed to spawn here.
No.
And it's confused.
Yeah, it's got on a weird loop. So that's not a recommendation. I
Could be.
recommend. There's a movie called Bullets Over Summer, which is a movie that made me realize that I guess I like Wilson Yip as a director. I previously recommended his movie Biozombie, which was set in a Hong Kong mall, and where the protagonists sell VCDs that are played on a Sega Saturn, which is just like, it's just like they designed it for me.
I
This whole
remember
thing.
this, yeah.
Bullets Over Summer is kind of it's a neat story about two cops who are trying to crack this case, and they need to monitor an apartment across the street, and so they wind up kind of bullying their way into the home of a grandma who has Alzheimer's, kind of, and she kind of misinterprets them as her sons, maybe. And then their like weird family continues to grow over time, and it's also an action movie. It's pretty neat. I think like Wilson Yip made a lot of movies after the Hong Kong film industry had died. Basically, it died in like '97 when the changeover happened from UK to China, and all the resources got pulled out into mainland. So there was space for people to do independent, weirder things. And he did a few of those, and it turns out they're pretty neat. So check out Bullets Over Summer. Wilson Yip, people may know him more for directing Ip Man, which was very famous and popular. That's
Cool.
that one. There's a beat maker called Jaid, Jaid, who did an EP of what he calls mid-fi beats, not lo-fi, but mid-fi, called Keichitsu Volume 1. That's pretty nice if you like the idea of seeing what mid-fi beats means. But it's a pretty chill thing to listen to. And then lastly, I was at my favorite record store, Streetlight, in San Jose, and I realized that I missed out on a whole bunch of Cantopop records, and I was very sad because there was like one left, and I was like, there's more. There was more of these, and turns out there were like 50. But what did remain was a huge box of Cantopop and J-pop cassettes. And I was able to buy 24 of those because they were selling them on the cheap. I was there competing with another guy who was older than me and could speak the language of he read both simplified and traditional Chinese, so he had a leg up on me there. It's my favorite way to discover music, is to just randomly come across things and then listen to them. And so far, the star of the lot has been Yoshie Kashiwabara. Luster is the album. This is the Hong Kong release of a Japanese album, and it's got really good sounds, a lot of hot synthesizers, a lot of funk, a lot of city pop vibes. I hadn't heard of this album before, so give it a shot if you're into that sort of thing. Also review Demon School, please. Thank you. Bye.
Good call.
I do not have any recommendations. Sorry. I'll have something next week, but
That's
I don't
okay.
have any today. So go do their
Dip your
recommendations.
balls in soy sauce. How about
I was
that?
going to say,
Report
my
back.
Dip your balls
recommendation,
in
find new
soy
and interesting
sauce.
things to do with soy sauce.
I think there should
And
be a
tell me.
thread. I think
Please
there should
don't.
be a thread on the forums
Thread on the forum.
where
With
people
everyone's-
do their
everyone.
trip reports.
The only way we can
Or
really
Ash.
be sure is if we have a large enough sample size.
That's
Yeah, we got to
Exactly
find
right.
out.
So
Can they taste the
Exactly
salt?
right.
I'm so
Strangely enough, it's not the saltiness; it's the miso sort of savory.
The umami.
The umami, yeah.
See, what I'm wondering is who on Reddit is so interested in getting people to dip their balls in soy sauce. Like, who is this? Somebody's kink to
Have
get
you
like
never
a whole
been on
bunch of
Reddit?
people do this? I've been on there. but
That's
not
all
for
they
that.
talk about over there. I can't get them to get. I'm trying to find ways to fix my microwave. They're talking about soy sauce and balls.
Brandon, is there another sort of Demon School review like goal, or is it just get as many as you can?
No, there is. We are frustratingly continuing to flirt with overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah, I noticed that last night. I checked in on it.
Yeah, so like you are overwhelmingly positive if you have 95% positive reviews. And we'll get it for like a day, and then like 4 people will come in and say, I hate wokeness, and then it goes down to 94% positive again.
So if you love wokeness, go review Demon School.
Go review Demon School positively, please. and get us, if we can stay at that 95% for long enough, then we will stay as overwhelmingly positive for a while, and that's good and important. So yeah, that's what
Make
the goal
it happen,
is.
insert credit listeners.
You and the captain.
I have some things I'd like to recommend.
Okay.
I would recommend that if you've enjoyed this show or any other insert credit production, go ahead and leave us a review on iTunes or Spotify. Actually, don't use Spotify. I don't look at it.
You shouldn't use Spotify, but you're on there.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to review it there, I won't stop you as long as it's positive and mentions how much we love woke. Go ahead, sign up at patreon.com/insertcredit. We're going to have an episode coming up with me sitting down with Alex Jaffe as he gets high for the very first time. And I guide him through the experience. Does write an episode.
Wait,
not only gets stoned, but he and I, like, he walked me through the process of creating an episode, did it while he was stoned. So if you want behind the scenes info on how this show gets made, how I feel about it, how he comes up with questions every week, or if you just want to hear someone get stoned for the first time, patreon.com/insertcredit.
Oh man. So last week when I was on semi-vacation, I opened Discord and I saw the two of you recording.
Mm-hmm.
That Jeffy
we
was
were
high.
both stoned. Yes.
Wow.
He took about 7 milligrams of an edible, which
I don't really know what that means.
It got him there. And he told, I won't spoil it. I won't spoil any more beyond that.
Okay.
But
all right. It might be the first episode of the Insert Credit Show I ever listened to.
He called me. Like, he called me while
at the end of it, he's like, I have to go text like 30 people. Everybody wanted to be around for me getting high.
And he is, he's so precious. I love him so much. But he's our
boy.
It's about
he was like, my balls are in the soy sauce.
He was not like that.
I can taste the salt.
What you would expect. Imagine Jaffe and imagine Jaffe high. It makes sense.
Yep.
It's a good time. Sign up, patreon.com/insertcreditshow. You'll get to hear that. Go to youtube.com/insertcreditshow. You'll get to see all of our beautiful faces, including me. I put on makeup for this. Go look. Go to
looking good.
forums.insertcredit.com. Hang out with all the cool people. Let them know about your experiences with soy sauce. This show is edited by me, Esper Quinn, with music by Kurt Feldman. I'm Esper Quinn.
I didn't say my name at the beginning of the show, apparently, so maybe I shouldn't do it now. I'm Frank's father.
I'm glad you said it.
I'm Ash Parrish.
I'm Brandon Sheffield.
And dunk your balls in soy sauce.
I'm so...
Yeah, you just said it so casually, Ash.
Yeah,
just
it was
a normal
like we were weird for not knowing about it.